Hello everyone. Today we will learn about the abstract keyword in Java. So what happens when you apply the abstract keyword to a class, method and a variable? Now in case of a variable cannot be marked as abstract, otherwise it will give you a compile error. And in case of an abstract class, if a class is marked as abstract, it cannot be instantiated. That is, you cannot create an object for that class. And if a normal class extends an abstract class, it has to compulsorily override all the abstract methods of that class, or it can mark itself as abstract. So now what do I mean by that? I will show you that with an example. But when a method is marked as abstract, now when you can do that? So if a programmer, like suppose I am a programmer, I do not know the implementation of the method and I want to pass it to another programmer, but I want him to know the template. I want him to know my method names so he can actually apply the implementation accordingly. So what I can do is I can mark my method as abstract, and when I mark my method as abstract, I have to mark the abstract class also as abstract, because an abstract method can only be in an abstract class. So this, and also there is one point to be noted, that an abstract method should not have a body. Now since I don't know the implementation, I am passing it as a template, so it should not have the method definition, otherwise there is no point. So this is the syntax of an abstract method inside an abstract class: by abstract void display semicolon. Now coming to a proper example, Java class. Now suppose there is a class A. Now and I have this method M1. Now I don't know the implementation of this method M1. So now what I will do is I will mark this method as abstract. And now if I mark a method as abstract, I need to mark the class also as abstract, because an abstract class can only be in an abstract method. An abstract method can only be in an abstract class. So if I mark this as abstract. Now suppose class B extends this abstract class. Now at this point I have two options. I can either override this method B, or I can mark myself as abstract. Since if B class does not know the implementation, I can either mark this as abstract, and then there will be another class C which will extends that class B. So now now class C has to override all the methods of class A and B, that all the abstract methods of class A and B. Or I could just override the method. Override all the methods. So here I can just implement all overrides method. At override. So M1 in. So now for an abstract class, I cannot instantiate it. So if I try to instantiate this class, abstract class A, it already gives me an error saying that A is abstract and cannot be instantiated. And I cannot even mark a variable as abstract. So in this only class, if I keep x equal to 10, this is valid, and if I mark it as abstract, it will give me an error stating that modifier abstract not allowed here. This is all about abstract class. And for another example, just to be clear, now keeping this the same, class B extends A. Now if I override this method, that is here, B is overriding A. B overrides M1. Then I take another method, void M2. Now I don't know the implementation of this method. So now I can mark this as abstract. So now if I've marked this method void M2 as abstract, I'll have to mark the class also as abstract. So here it is. Now I have another class C. Now and this class extends B. So now there are two options. I can either implement all the abstract methods of this class, that is my void M2, or I can mark myself as abstract. Now if I do implement all abstract methods, that is void M2, it's allowing since this method I have marked this as abstract, I have to implement all the abstract methods here. Or I have another option stating I can mark myself as abstract or this class as abstract. And if I have another method M3, and another scenario where I can class D extends C, it's forming a chain here now. So now it gives me a CF. I must override all the methods of M2, that is this. So this is basically an example where we can use abstract with multiple programmers, where one class is trying to mark itself as abstract, then pass on that abstract class to another programmer. Now the main where other uses where it can be, abstract is heavily used in interfaces. You will see that an interface uses abstract very frequently. So that's all about abstract. Thank you so much for watching again. Do share if you like it.